Hello, welcome to Monday Mindfulness, and today we've got a bit more of a morning mindfulness. And just generally in these sessions, we're sharing all kinds of different practical uses and practical ways to explore and integrate mindfulness. And today, this is a really important part of my everyday get-up routine. I take a bit of time to feel into the body and notice what I'm feeling, what's happening there in the body. Is there anything physically, emotionally, mentally going on? And just take a little bit of time to honor. And it doesn't need to be long once you get into the habit of it. And then after that, when I get up, the first thing that I'm reaching for is this guy. I'm getting into the water and just rehydrating myself. And I just noticed the other day that I feel like there's so much of a difference that happens when I'm aware of it when I have that morning water. So before I have the water, if you don't have water, go and grab some now. You can hit pause and come back. And what I'm noticing is the sensation in the mouth. There's some dryness when I wake up generally. And also my skin just feels a little bit less soft, a little bit more dried out, and maybe a little bit more rough even. But just noticing those qualities and noticing anything else in the body that's happening as far as the hydration level goes. Is there a hunger or a thirst going on in the belly? What's actually happening in the mouth right now? I'm noticing as I'm talking, and I feel like also hearing this maybe, there's a little bit of extra wateriness going on in the mouth too. So there's all of these details happening. And I'm not going to drag it out too long. We can be aware of what this feels like to be here right now. And it's especially loud for me, like really, really easy to notice first thing in the morning. So I'm noticing this and then opening up the water. And I'm generally drinking a fair bit through the morning, but even before I leave the bed, I'll be drinking close to a liter. And then as I go through my morning meditation and yoga, I'll probably drink another half a liter at least. So I'm drinking a fair bit of water in the morning, and sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on the heat, depending on what my body's asking for. And even right now, I'm noticing all of my gums and everything feel all moistened up, obviously, from the water. It feels like my body's like sucking through a straw, like really soaking that water in. And need more. It's asking for it. And I also notice through the day I tend to sip water more than glug it. But in the morning I'm still a slow glugger, but I tend to have a fair bit and take on a fair bit in a short period. And it's just interesting to see how the body adapts from moment to moment, from drink to drink, as we hydrate in the morning. And yeah, this is mindfulness in action. This is personal maintenance as well as mindfulness fused together, and I feel like this is some of the great value in mindfulness, to be able to notice these things. And eventually I've become sensitive enough to really feel the body quite loudly asking for water in the morning. It's not really a something that's questioned too much anymore. It's like, yeah, we need to get water on board, we're dehydrated. And everything just feels a little bit looser. More water. Yeah, everything feels, excuse me. Yeah, the stomach feels like it's waking up, getting active. And the body feels a little bit more energized. It doesn't feel as tired as what it did a few minutes ago. more water. The smell is interesting as well, especially at the beginning. I notice a fair bit of humidity in that smell too. And for me, chlorine is super pungent a smell. This is filtered water, but yeah, I really notice that if there's chlorine in the water, it's like, yeah, it doesn't feel the same, and the body doesn't respond the same either. Maybe that's psychosomatic, but it's something that I've noticed. Another great tip that I had many years ago from a great friend, Rhett Strauss, who, contributed to big life changes for me. He's an amazing Czech practitioner on the Gold Coast, and he taught me to chew my water and to drink my food. So really chew my food really well till it was liquid, and with the water to really spend some time to juggle it around the mouth and really hydrate the mouth, not just from the digestion, but also get things moving in there. And it helps to just, clear things out, and it's a nice way to drink. I notice even if I'm not too focused on it, I tend to, let it really roam around the mouth a bit when I'm drinking. And really slowing down to drink, I think, is really valuable, to be able to have that water just take its time getting to where it's going. And it doesn't take that much longer, but this is also part of my morning process. Like often I'm doing this, I'm present with the drinking part of things, but it also helps me to digest what I just noticed in my morning check-in with scanning the body. And it also helps me to be really clear before I get off this bed. Before I get off this bed, I'm already starting to get clear on what my intentions are for the day, what I'm passionate about, what I'm excited about, and it's a really beautiful way to blossom into our day and really bounce out of bed and shine. And this water practice is a big part of it, because we go from that kind of a little bit shriveled, a little bit dehydrated body to really boosting that up and building up some hydration and starting to really feel energized coming into the day. I don't tend to eat until I've had my morning workout and meditation and yoga and everything like that. So there's a fair bit of time in the morning where I'm just on the water and just hydrating, and it's amazing. Like even the way, if I pinch my skin, the way that my skin responds is very different after I've got all of this water on board as opposed to when I've just woken up. More water. It's amazing. I'm very grateful for this. And we know how the really positive emotions from the Yamato experiments in Japan have shown us that, if we really infuse our water with that positivity and that passion and that emotion and that vibrance, that it has an impact on the water. And who knows what kind of other impacts and the ripple effects that it has. But it's just, a really beautiful, positive way to start the day for the body, for the mind, for the emotions, even for the community. So this is a mindfulness tip, but also a personal development, productivity, whatever you want to call it, shining, sharing, being vibrant tip. So thank you so much for joining us for some water. I hope your water is beautiful and as nourishing and tasty as what this water is. And I hope you have a fantastic week. Absolutely love you guys. Thank you for joining us. See ya. Ciao.